I've never dealt with a fighter ever like Conor McGregor in that respect. And normally, too, if the guy will step up and take the fight, the people that surround him will beat him down and make him afraid to take the fight. This is a bad idea. We can't do this. Conor's just like, you know, I'm going to the gym.
You thought it was a bad idea, right?
I tried to talk him out of the second Nate Diaz fight. I said, this fight makes no sense. This kid's too big for you. It makes no sense for you to take this fight. He argued with me and said, not only do I want this fight again, I want this fight at 170.
What's your take on a potential Mayweather-Conor fight?
It's just Floyd and Manny are in the same sport, and they couldn't make that fight. You know what I mean? The Conor-Mayweather fight would be impossible. And
would you bless it if they came to you? If they both came to you and said, "We want to do this. Tell us how."
I would.
You would.
I'd start at punches, kicks, and elbows, though. You don't want to box Floyd Mayweather straight up boxing.
You don't think Conor could hang with him boxing for 12 rounds?
No.
He's pretty good with his hands.
He's good with his hands, but you know, Mayweather is a different level. That's what Mayweather does. You know what I mean? But Conor's a lot bigger than Mayweather too, and Conor does hit hard.
He does.
It's interesting.
So are you saying
you can't say it's not interesting? And do they wear boxing gloves or do they wear MMA gloves?
Boxing gloves.
You know?
Yeah.
It's tough.
So are you saying we'll never see
but how
it?
can when you say boxing gloves, you can't give Floyd too much of the, you can't favor Floyd too much. You got to have it.
I don't think Floyd would do it with MMA gloves because he would be bleeding.
Yeah.
Because he would get hit.
It's interesting. You know, you can actually sit there and as you start picking it apart and thinking about it, it's interesting.
So will we ever see it? You can't say never? Or
I'd never say never.
Okay.
But
Appreciate
probably
it.
not.
Skip, could you see a McGregor-Mayweather fight happening?
Absolutely I could. And I was surprised that Dana went so far as to say, I would bless it. I would okay it. I would promote it. And obviously, in the end, it will happen only if Floyd wants it to happen or allows it to happen. And yet, I was fascinated by the conversation we got into, which became sort of water cooler conversation of, well, if what would would Floyd ever stoop to wearing the little gloves, the MMA gloves?
4 ounces.
Huh?
4 ounces. They're
Would he?
4-ounce gloves.
I say no. Would Floyd do it wearing the 12-ounce gloves? You know, again, for the right price, Floyd will do anything. And yet, I think there would be high risk here, and he's been more complimentary publicly of Conor lately because he's realizing he does have boxing skill. And I thought that Dana made a very strong point. He's bigger than Floyd. He's stronger than Floyd. He packs, he has no body fat, and we saw some shots of him. He's ripped, man. And he can strike a blow. And I love the fact that everybody tried to talk Conor out of both Nate Diaz fights. He had to take the first one, as you remember, on very short notice. 170? You're going to go do that? Yeah, bring him on. Because this is the kid you're going to have to kill to beat effectively. I'm not saying it literally, but I think in his head, he's thinking, you got to kill me to stop me, especially with my rules. I don't think that obviously Floyd would fight with his rules, but if they boxed, I believe that Conor McGregor could hold his own for 12 rounds. He would not get knocked out because Floyd can't knock anybody out. I don't think Floyd could knock me out right now.
Stop, please.
Oh, come on now.
Skip.
He's a pillowcase puncher. You know, he's like pillow fights. Come on, it's like he's wearing...
You had a pillow fight before, I'm sure.
I have.
And they give you a headache when somebody hits you upside the head enough times with a pillow. You heard what Dana White said. In a stand-up, Floyd is on another level. You heard the man say it, Skip.
I don't buy it.
I buy it. Here's the thing. He's fighting Nate Diaz. Nate Diaz not only has to worry about Conor McGregor's hands, he's got to worry about his knees.
Sure.
He's got to worry about his fists.
I got
his feet. He got to worry about being taken down and submitted. See, when Floyd's in the box, all he has to worry about is these. 2 hands. I'm not worried about a knee.
Actually, all he has to worry about is run, Floyd, run.
Stop it, Skip.
Well, you know it, and I know it. That's how he fights.
The man's 49-0.
Yep.
49 minutes coming to the ring saying, we're going to beat Floyd. And all have left. We didn't beat Floyd.
How far is a marathon? 26.2 miles. Floyd ran a literal marathon against Manny Pacquiao over 12 rounds. 26 miles in the ring.
Floyd is in the driver's seat. See, Von Miller can't say, you know what, Steph Curry? I'm going to challenge you to a three-point competition, but I get to tackle you. If you're going to challenge the man in a three-point competition, you got to play, hey, you got to shoot 3 points. All this other stuff is not going to happen. Then Floyd is going to choose the size of gloves, 8 ounces or 12 ounces. He's going to choose the size of the ring.
Mm-hmm.
He's also going to choose the day on which we fight, the time of night of which we fight.
Okay.
And you know what he's going
Good.
to do, Skip? He's going to probably take an 80-20 or 90-10 split. So,
I don't know if Conor would stand for that.
but here's the thing.
That would be the deal breaker, which is why it was hard to make Pacquiao Mayweather.
But here's the thing, though, Skip. If the most he's ever made in a UFC fight is, say, what?
3 million?
3 million.
Yeah.
And at 20%, he can make 20 million.
Okay.
You do the deal? Only box.
Only box. Big gloves,
Hey,
boxing
no,
gloves.
no. No more. He's not. Florida's not gonna fight any more than 12 ounces.
No, but I'm just
But
saying.
not the MMA gloves.
Oh, not the MMA. No MMA glove. Hey, you see him on the speed bag? That's what Conor McGregor head will look like when Floyd is punching it.
Think he can knock him out?
Oh yeah.
Knock him out. I say, no way, Jose.
No, if I'm Floyd, I don't want to knock him out. I don't want him to take the shortcut out. I want to punish him for 12 rounds. I want to lump him up. I want him to look like he stuck his head in a honeycomb.
Did you see the punishment that Conor took from Nate Diaz? 15 pounds bigger, 6 inches more reach. There were some shots exchanged in that fight.
How many times you think Nate Diaz touched you?
Touched Conor in the
Yeah.
fight? Well, too many to count. I don't know, 35, 40 times?
Florida do that in the first round.
Yeah. You know what? I think Floyd would get touched too, more than you think. I do.
Why? Listen,
Conor is
why?
quick, and by the way, he's left-handed, ambidextrous. He has a really good right. He was rocking Nate Diaz. And again, Nate's obviously not Floyd, but he dropped him twice early in that fight. Just rocked and dropped him.
All I can see is Conor McGregor coming out the fight. Can't see anything. Talking about it was a great fight. I put on a great show. And, I'm sorry, guys, I couldn't do it. I couldn't do any better.
Yeah, if he
Eyes
lasted
closed.
12 rounds, that would be a victory for Conor McGregor.
No, it
If
wouldn't.
he stayed on his feet, and you would have to, quote-unquote, kill him to beat him. You'd have to knock him out.
Knots all on top of his head,
Yeah.
all in the front. Look, he looked like a unicorn. Big old knot way out here like this here on his head when Floyd get done
You know
with
what? And pretty boy Floyd, he just might have a cut or two on that pretty face of his.
it. Have you ever seen a cut on his face?
I've seen a couple. He's got hit before.
No, you seen some welts.
Yep, I have.
Okay, you ain't seen no cuts. But Conor McGregor,
Hey, if Floyd really had some guts to him,
stop, Skip.
wear those little gloves. And Let's
No.
see how much he bleeds.
Why
Wear
you-
those little
hold up.
gloves.
Why you always? First of all, the man's in the fight game.
Let him do it.
Yeah,
Why
come
you
on.
try? Why you? Oh, he has some guts. If Conor has some guts, he's getting the ring with some 8 to 12 ounce gloves in the square and says, "Okay, let's do this."
If Conor has some guts,
Yeah.
Conor wants to do it.
Oh.
No, Conor wants to do it with it.
Mayweather's the one that doesn't want to do it. Mayweather's the one that has everything to lose.
First of all, when was the last time Mayweather had a fight where he didn't make 20 million? Conor made 3 million and he turned back with flips. He sent firing off tweets talking
But
about
that's
he got
the
fired.
whole reason why he has nothing to lose. He can make more money and he can fight in what would be the biggest fight ever.
But you still, at the end of the day, you got pride as a fighter. You don't want to lose no matter what you play.
Fine. I'm not saying he's signing up to lose.
Floyd lumping him up. You know that. I know
Hey.
that.
But
I'm
if
gonna be
everything-
there.
if
Wait.
everything is
Yeah,
in-
that's what I was just saying. Would you watch?
Absolutely.
Hey,
of
who
course
wouldn't
you would.
watch?
I'm gonna be there.